I have a Josh about the why. Have you ever wondered why don't we blow the shofar at the beginning of the holiday, like at an Erev Rosh Hashanah, as soon as it starts? Why do it? And we don't even do it during Shacharit. We do it during Musaf. So that's what this is about. Okay, so Drash is called the Shofar and the Shadow of Rome. On Rosh Hashanah, the piercing cry of the shofar is the heart of our service. It awakens us, shakes us, and calls us back to Hashem. But did you know that the timing of when we sound the shofar during Musaf was not always the case? The Jerusalem Talmud in Rosh Hashanah 4:8 records that our ancestors once blew the shofar at sunrise, at the very beginning of the service. But during the Roman persecutions, this became dangerous. The Romans suspected that the shofar blasts were a signal for revolt, much like the war horn of Joshua at Jericho. Fearing rebellion, they attacked and slaughtered Jews gathered in prayer. To protect the people, the sages enacted a change. They moved the shofar blast to Musaf, after the congregation had prayed and read from the Torah. By then, it was clear that Jews were not planning an uprising, but were simply engaged in worship. And so what began as a safety measure became the enduring custom. But here lies the deeper lesson. The shofar is more than a horn. It is a weapon of the spirit. In times of danger, Rome feared it because they knew its history as a call to battle. But for us, the shofar is not a trumpet of rebellion against nations. It is the trumpet of rebellion against sin, against apathy, against the sleep of the soul. The Romans could not understand this. They thought it was about politics and power. But we know it's more than that. It's about teshuvah, return. They thought it rallied armies. We know that it rallies hearts. So why keep the custom of blowing the shofar later in the day, long after the danger has passed? Perhaps because this delay teaches us something about patience and redemption. Just as Israel had to wait through exile before hearing the great shofar of Messiah, so too on Rosh Hashanah we wait through prayer, Torah, and Musaf before the sound comes. The shofar reminds us that redemption may be delayed, but it is never denied. Each year, as we stand in prayer, we relive that moment. The Romans watch, the world watches, and we remain faithful. We may live under suspicion, misunderstanding, even hostility, but still we sound the shofar. Still we proclaim Hashem as king. The Romans are gone, their empire reduced to ruins, but the cry of the shofar remains. It echoes from Sinai, it shakes Jericho's walls, it resounds in every generation, and it will one day herald the final redemption. May we merit to hear the great shofar soon, and may its cry awaken us today to return with all our heart.